Happy Monday. This could be kind of short. Whee! See, I did wear it. I decided not to wear the necklace though because it didn't really show when I put it on. I was thinking it actually came down further than it actually does. So, but I was dressed nice. So I had a good first day. I want to just take a minute and tell you about my day. I spent all day in orientation, like seriously all day. But it went really fast though. The day went by really fast. So I got to meet a bunch of people. I got to learn a bunch of stuff. Like my brain is full of just, oh my God, so much. But they said that like it's going to be a lot. You're not going to get it all in one day. Don't worry. And I have some more training, like orientation kind of stuff tomorrow afternoon. But I didn't have to be there till 9 this morning. But tomorrow I got to start being there at 8 every day. So I'm going to have to, be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and there by 8 a.m. every day. But that's okay. That's all right. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it was good. It was good. So today was not like, I guess it's officially my first day, but I didn't actually start work today. So I did find out who I was going to be working with and, like the environment I'll be in, and everything looks really good. My desk has the coolest thing. I love it. I'm going to have to try to not play with it. There are little buttons on the side where you can raise it and lower it, and you can raise it way up and have it like a standing desk. You can put it at any height, and for some reason I just found that unbelievably cool. Yeah, so that was pretty neat. My brain is very full. It's very full. And then I have to park in a parking deck, and I was trying to get out of the parking deck. And I have this card that I'm supposed to use. And I pull up to the little machine. And you pull up to the little machine. Now, this was a parking deck I've never been in my life. And I get there, and I'm looking at it like, okay, there's this little machine. There's a little plate, like you lay your card against it. So I thought, well, that must be what I'm supposed to do. Because it didn't have a strip or anything on it. It just looks like a blank little card. So I laid it on the strip. Nothing happened. I turned it over, maybe I need to put it this way. Nothing happened. And then there was another thing that had like a little, like you stick your card under there and it has a laser under there, like a reader. I thought, it's not bad, is it? Well, it must be because there's nothing else. So I go to stick it in there, nothing happens. I pull it out, turn it over, nothing. Like, this card is busted. It doesn't work. And there was a guy in the little booth, and he was getting irritated with me. Now, there was nobody behind me in the thing. Like, I was the only one leaving, so it's not like I was holding up the line or anything. There was nobody else coming out. So the guy pokes his head out, and he literally looks at me like we're in damn New York City and said, "What's your problem?" He just said, "What's your problem?" I said, "This card won't work. I've never used it before, and it's not working." And he goes, "You get it to the bullseye. Get it to the bullseye." And I'm going, there's no bullseye on there. And he just starts getting mad at me like the guy in Costco, like form 2 lines, like we're in 2 lines. Why is everybody yelling at me? And he said, "Get it to the bullseye." And he's like leaning out of the little house that they sit in there. He was in a cane chair and he had it leaned way over. "Get it to the bullseye." I said, "Sir, there is no bullseye on this card." He said, "On the machine." I'm looking like, and by now I'm all flustered like, my brain is full. I have spent 8 solid hours sitting in a room learning way too much, like all freaking day. So he comes out, he gets up, oh my God. And he comes out of the little house and he comes over there, right there. And he's like stabbing at the machine. And there was a bullseye there. It didn't indicate that you should put anything on it. "Put it on the bullseye." He was mad at me like, "Well, I'm so sorry to put you out, sir." So I put it on the bullseye and it opened up and he said, "There." Well, aren't you just full of piss and vinegar? I just pulled off like, man, you know what? I don't know what the hell's wrong with you today. What is it with people? Do you ever notice that you go through these cycles where people just like, they just have a bee in their bonnet for some reason? Like, who pissed in your cornflakes this morning? God, there was no need for that. Now I understand. Maybe he has to do that a lot. Maybe he has to tell a lot of people to put it on the bullseye. If you were to just look at this machine, you wouldn't think that you would put anything on that bullseye. I mean, it was a bullseye, but I have just like a blank, it's literally a little white plastic card with nothing on it. I had no idea I was supposed to lay it flat against the bullseye. Not the plate or the reader thing. No, neither of those. That bullseye. No, and I'm looking at it like, I would, how was I supposed to know that? They just gave me this card and said, use this to get out of the parking deck. That was the extent of my instructions with the card. Jesus. So, okay. So I had an extra pair of glasses that I bought at Costco to wear to work. I wanted a pair to keep there and a pair to keep here because eventually I'm going to be working from home 2 days a week. But I noticed today was the first day I wore them for any length of time, and I noticed they were pinching right behind my ears, like they were a little bit too tight, and they were pinching me back here. It was hurting back here. So I thought, well, I promised my younger son we would go to Golden Corral tonight, so I texted him. I said, I'm going to stop by Costco and get my glasses adjusted, and then I'll come on home and we'll go to Costco. We ended up getting leaves up in the backyard first. I'll tell you about that. Well, I'll tell you right now. My neighbor's magnolia that hangs over in my yard, it sheds leaves really bad this time of year, so it just dumps leaves in my yard every day. So we have to go out there and get them up. What we do is we just round them up in a bucket and pitch them back over the fence. Like, you drop this. I just give them back to the neighbors. Here you go. They don't care. I really wish they'd trim that tree back, but it won't ever happen unless I pay for it and pay to get it cut off of my property, which I've thought seriously about doing. And I may do that. Anyway, so I told him I'm gonna be a few minutes late because I got to go to Costco and get my glasses adjusted. So I go into Costco, and it's really cool because right when I was walking in, one of the guys in there that checks your card, he said, I know you. I said, do you? He said my younger son's name. He said, are you his mom? I said, yeah. He said, he went to summer camp. What was it? It was like, oh my God, 5 years ago. How's he doing? I'm like, oh my God, you remember me? And I look at how I'm dressed, like, yeah, 5 years ago, I probably looked like this. He asked about my son. Tell him I said, hey. So that was wild. Like, dang, that's really cool. You remember that far back? He said, I just remember he was just the coolest kid. Yeah, that's my boy. That's one of them. They are pretty cool. I agree with you on that. Anyway, so I go in there. Now, you know I have had some unfortunate experiences in Costco as of late. I have not had too many pleasant experiences in Costco. Well, I go in there, and I don't know what to make of this exchange. So I get in there. The good thing was I didn't have to wait. I was able to walk right up. There was a guy standing there. Now, when I went in to get these glasses, the woman who fitted them for me then was kind of a bitch, too. She was a little bitchy about it. She's the one who said, yeah, I can tell you wear bifocals. I said, I don't wear bifocals. She said, yes, you do. That was just like, whatever. Just fit the damn things. So I go in there, and this guy's behind the counter. He said, can I help you? I said, yeah, my glasses aren't fitting right. And I took him out of the case. And before I even told him what the problem was, he's already adjusting my glasses. And I'm thinking, I didn't even tell you what the problem was. You're already sitting there like bending them and shit. What are you doing? He's like bending my glasses. I haven't said shit as to why my glasses don't fit right. Okay, you haven't even seen them on my face and you're already adjusting them. What are you, like, are you some sort of clairvoyant or something? You talking to spirits about what's wrong with my glasses? So finally, I said that they're too tight. They pinch right back here. And so he takes them and he starts bending this part, just like bending it out, like kind of aggressively. And I said, yeah, I didn't want to try that myself. And he stopped and he looked at me for a second. He goes, yeah, if I was you, I wouldn't try it either. And then he just went right back to what he was doing and said, here, try them on. I'm like, okay. I tried them on. He said, is that better? I said, I guess. He said, okay. And he just walked off. What the fuck does that mean? Oh my God. If I was you, I wouldn't either. What is that supposed to mean? Do I just look like somebody who would screw up a pair of glasses? I guess I do. Holy moly. It's something in the air. Now, I had a good day other than that. My day was great. My day was wonderful. My day at work was really good. So then I got home and I had to help my son get all the leaves up because it had dumped a lot more during the day and we haven't done it in several days. So we got all the leaves up and then we went to Golden Corral because he wanted to go to Golden Corral. He's been mentioning it for weeks and I kept saying, we'll go, but you don't want to go on the weekends because it's always really crowded. So I said, let's go Monday night because that'll be after my first day at work. Be just kind of a nice little thing to do. We'll do that. So we went and the food was okay, but see, my younger son eats like a bird. I knew it was going to be a waste of money taking him to an all-you-can-eat buffet. Like, he comes back with his first plate. I said, you go ahead and get your plate. I'll stay here at the table and you just go on and I'll wait for you. And he was gone forever. And I'm up looking like, did he fall into the chocolate fountain? I mean, where did he go? So finally he comes back with one little plate. And it had like a handful of croutons on it and some Jell-O. I said, you were gone for an uncomfortably long time, and that's what you come back with. He said, I didn't see anything else I wanted. So he ate his croutons and his Jell-O, and he said the Jell-O was disappointing, but the croutons were good. I went and got my plate while he was eating that. And then he came back with a cookie. He came back this next time with a cookie and a fried chicken leg. Like, well, that's a little better, kind of. And he ate that. He said the chicken was greasy and it had too many bones in it. What did he get after that? Oh, his third plate was hilarious. Third plate, he comes back with this enormous slab of steak that just covered the entire plate. It looked like some out of damn the Flintstones where he would get like a Bronto burger or something, or he get this big old steak and it's bigger than the plate. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs when it was raining steaks. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. And he brought back this big slab of steak. I said, what in the world? My God. So it was mostly fat, though. By the time we trimmed all the fat away, there wasn't much left. So it wasn't as big as it looked. But it was surprisingly good. I have to say, I've only gotten steak at Golden Corral one time, and it was god-awful. It was dry. It was tough. It had no flavor. It was awful. But this was surprisingly good. I mean, it wasn't the best I ever had, but it wasn't bad for, a buffet steak. It actually was pretty good. So, I had just a little bit of a bunch of stuff. And usually when I go to a buffet, that's what I do. I'll just get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, I don't know. I avoid the gravy, though. I have learned at buffets, I don't ever get gravy on anything because it's just a bad idea. I don't know what is in that gravy. I don't know if it's MSG or what's in it. There's something in there that just, it makes me sick. But I didn't eat a ton. I just ate a bit. Now, he uses a rolling suitcase for his books at school because they won't let him use lockers. Since COVID, they can no longer use lockers, which I think is dumb. But they're not allowed to use the lockers, so they have to carry everything with them. And he was showing me all the stuff he has to carry, and it is a ridiculous amount of shit. And it's too much to go in a backpack. So I did agree to let him use a rolling suitcase. A lot of the kids do. Well, he had worn his out, and I said, it's almost the end of the year. And he said, he starts high school in the fall. He said, I'm not going to do the suitcase thing next year. I'm going to try to do a backpack again. I said, well, you've destroyed, the wheels on the suitcase are just worn out. They're not made for the kind of abuse you give this thing every day. So it was worn out, but I said, I'm not going and buying a new suitcase. Now, I had noticed in Goodwill the other day, they had a bunch of rolling suitcases in there. I said, we're going to Goodwill, and you're going to pick out one there for like $5, and that's what you're going to carry through the end of the year. Because they only have like a month of school left. I said, I am not buying a whole new suitcase for this for a month. I'm not. We'll go spend $5 for one at Goodwill, and you can use that one. So fortunately, he was able to find one. We did go to Goodwill, and he found that, and he also bought a marshmallow shooter thing. It's like a tube, and it's like compressed air, and it shoots marshmallows out of it. I bought it. It came with these little balls, and I was playing with it in the front yard when we got home. It does make a nice little, this little foomp sound when, like, you could put these little balls in there, and it is kind of fun. We had Boop out there. We were shooting balls into the grass, and she'd go run at them. And then it got dark, so we came in the house. But it's been a good day. It's been a very good day, and I look forward to tomorrow. The one thing I did learn, though, is it's quite cold in there. It's quite chilly, and I'm going to have to dress warmer. I was kind of cold all day long. I wore, I was kind of cold all day, so I'm definitely going to have to dress warmer. And the atmosphere, as far as the way people dress in this office, is dressy. It is not, when I think of, apparently it's not business casual, it's just business. Like the dress code is like business, just business, like not business casual. Fridays are business casual. So Fridays would be like what I'm used to wearing. Most of the people do dress up quite a bit in this place. So I'm going to have to make sure I look nice every day just to keep up. But I want to be warm. So I want to look nice, but I also want to be warm. So yeah, I actually got out a sweater with a shirt to go under it to wear tomorrow because I was chilly today. But anyway, it was a good day. I just wanted to take a minute and tell you. Now I have to get a shower and get ready for bed because I'm going to have to get up early in the mornings from here on out. I'm not doing a video for my other channel today. I'm tired. I'm beat, and I just don't feel like it. I might do one tomorrow. Today, not in the mood. Not going to do it. I'll try to do one tomorrow, but today, nah. I don't want to, and I don't have to, so I'm not going to. But thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for everybody who said good luck and you were thinking of me today. Thank you. Thank you. I wish I could respond to everybody, but I didn't even have time to check my email or do much of anything today. So I didn't have time to really look at anything, and I apologize. But that's the way it's going to be. You know, when I'm working all day, I won't have time to play with my phone or anything. So I may not be able to respond to people like I used to, and I'm sorry, but I'm not going to have the time that I had before. It's like I was saying, everything changes. And if you leave comments and stuff, I may not see it because I'm just not going to have the time to spend on it that I've had up until this point. So, but I do try to read as much as I can. I may not comment on everything, and but it's not that I don't care. It's just that, you know, like you, I only have so many hours in the day and I have other obligations, and I'm not going to have the time for it that I used to have. So, but that doesn't mean I don't care. It just means that I'm tired. But thank you so much for being here. And thank you for all your kind words and everything. I really appreciate it. It was a good day, and I think it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to getting started. So hopefully tomorrow I can get a better idea of what I'm going to be doing and maybe get started on some of it. So that'll be really cool. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again soon.